Welcome to Big Blend Radio with your hosts, Lisa and Nancy, editors of BigBlendMagazine.com.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Big Blend Radio's second Saturday Sunshine Stay show with the Palm Springs Preferred Small Hotels. This is an amazing group of independently owned boutique hotels in the desert resort community of Palm Springs in Southern California. Go to this website, authenticpalmsprings.com. There are so many awesome hotels to choose from, get their information. But they also have a great newsletter. We're going to talk about that today. That really keeps us all informed about what's happening in Palm Springs, sunny Palm Springs, and awesome Palm Springs. I'm ready to party, actually, going through the latest one, latest newsletter. We have Kimberli Munkres back on the show with us, and she's going to get us up to speed about all the good, where to eat, drink, and be merry, actually, and where to party in Palm Springs this spring. So welcome back, Kim. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing good. Every time you guys come on the show, I want a margarita or a martini. What's up with that? I mean, it seems like, I don't know, I just want sunshine and a cocktail. And it seems like that's happening.
It is after we're past the rains of early spring, and it is gorgeous. The wildflowers are blooming. It's been in the 80s at night. Even during the day, even the evenings are starting to warm up a little bit. It is beyond gorgeous right now. So
how are the mountains? Do you have snow, or is the snow melted, or?
Oh no, the mountains are covered in snow. It is, wow. It's just incredibly, I can't even describe. I do not have the words to describe how beautiful it is right now.
Wow, because that's rare for it to still have snow at this time of year.
Yeah. But we're talking about that mountain range there, with Idlewild, that you can take the tram up and to go see, and it's still very cold up at the top of the mountains, and the mountains to the north are covered in snow also. So it is perfect, blue skies, snowy mountains, palm trees, warm days, wildflowers. Absolutely incredible. It does not get better than this.
Okay. But you have this new place that I'm very excited about. Nancy and I pet sit as we travel. So we do our work and then we get to play. But apparently we can get our cat fix on when, we can go stay in a beautiful hotel and then go and get our cat fix on, because we do miss cats, when we travel.
Well, there is a very cool new business that has opened up in Palm Springs. It's called the Frisky Business Cat Cafe. It opened up in January. And it's your classic cafe. It's got really great coffee and teas and snacks and things like that. But for $22, because they charge to do this, you get to play for 45 minutes with cats and kittens. And they don't go out. They're not pulling cats out of the alleys. What they're doing is they've set up an arrangement with the Palm Springs Animal Shelter. So all of these cats are adoptable. So this is a really great way to spend time. For the cats, they get to be socialized. They, really get to have a great time. Know
that they're loved.
And get loved on. And for people to come really experience the cats. And, I have a cat. And when I travel, I just miss her so much. And I just become ridiculous. I start glomming onto people's cats,
Yep.
So this is a really great way to get your cat fix. So that's the name of that business, the Frisky Business Cat Cafe.
Can you take them home? Like if you want to adopt them, do they help you connect with the shelter to get them, do you think?
I don't. Well, if you want to adopt one, they will arrange it through the shelter.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I want to, that's going to be, I think that's what's so cool about that kind of business being smart that way, that's a really cool give back kind of thing. Because I know that it, like, if we weren't traveling full time and I'm hanging out with a cat, I'm going to want to say, well, I can take you home.
Yeah,
I'll take you home.
All the cats have been vetted for health issues. They've all been spayed or neutered. They've all have their immunizations. They are ready to adopt. So if you want to come play and fall in love,
I do.
you
I want to
know,
come play with the
this
kittens.
is the place. And then and for a couple of years now, we've had a business in town called Booze Hounds. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
Are we doing this
but
cats and dog thing now? What's
this is
going
a
on?
cats and dog thing,
dogs.
because
Cool.
the great thing, Booze Hounds, you can bring your own dog.
What?
You know, it's like a totally
It's a dog bar.
friend. Yeah, it's a dog bar. And
Cool.
it's actually recently started in the Michelin Guide. And it's just really
What?
a lot of, now I do want to say a lot of restaurants in Palm Springs will allow dogs. But you know, they really kind of prefer you to do the sidewalk dining thing. At Booze Hounds, they've got food for the dogs. It is just a great canine time. So you've got cats, you've got dogs. So if you're traveling to Palm Springs, you can get your critter fix.
I love it. And some of the hotels are dog friendly too in Palm
Yes,
Springs.
many of the hotels are dog friendly. And in fact, if you go on our website, you can actually do a sort by hotels that are dog friendly under amenities and preferences.
Ooh, that's
so
cool.
all the hotels that are dog friendly will, you know, they're marked. And I do want to say, and I'll say it every time, and I'll continue to say it. When you go to our website, authenticpalmsprings.com, you are allowed to book directly through to the hotel. So we're not like a third-party booking engine. We are strictly a research engine. So if you want to book, you get a direct relationship with the hotel. That way you can make whatever changes you want. It's not like a third-party booking platform. We create those direct links to the hotel's own booking engine.
Are you looking right at me that way? Are you?
I am looking right at you because I've heard stories about some of your recent adventures.
You know how
Lisa.
many shows we've talked about not doing the third parties, and then I did the third party. Again, it's happened now twice, but this was really bad, and they needed to move me into a different room, and I couldn't. They couldn't do it because why? Because I did it through the third party, and they needed to do a change, and they couldn't. They're like, "I'm sorry," and I got all upset, and then I realized, you idiot, this is what you talk about all the time, and it's happening now. So, you know, and I think what's great is you've got the website. You can really, it's like going on those third parties. You can get all your information you want, but then you can click right through, which is great. And yeah, I think you guys do. And it's such an informative website. How many hotels are on there? Over 70? Am I?
Yeah,
60,
almost
70?
80. We've
Wow.
got hotels are opening up left. Hotels are coming up like the wildflowers out here. It's just been
Cool.
we have such a diverse group of hoteliers right now, from super chic, high-end, ultra luxurious to quirky, fun, kickback, low-key, less expensive. We have the full range of hotels. You can book in little hotels. Most of our hotels have fewer than 15 rooms. The bulk of the hotels have fewer than 15 rooms. We have a new men's clothing optional property that opened up a couple months ago, Twin Palms. And that's done by the same guys who own the Santiago and the Descanso. And it is gorgeous. I heard from a travel writer that was there, and he just flipped over it. He said it was just such a wonderful place to come home to, you know.
That's a nice feeling.
Jaunting around. So yeah, we really got some great properties.
I love that. And there is something for everyone, from what I can tell, even family friendly too, you know. Yet Palm Springs, you may want to just leave your kids at home for once and take a vacation. I'm not, you know, I'm not a parent, but to me, I'd always want to be taking an escape. But you know, I know Mary Fair is a travel writer that I'm friends with, and she brought her daughter to Palm Springs and had a great time. So and I think it was Mabel's first outing, or one of her first outings, which was pretty cool.
She stayed at Los Arboles, and they had a great time. Yeah, some of the hotels are family friendly, you know. Some of the properties, you know, they're really more suitable for a romantic getaway. So you want to grab your honey and, you know, leave the kids at home.
And summer's coming. You got the summer of love. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, you definitely have the summer. Well, Summer of Love in Palm Springs is called Summer Splash. And the great thing
Oh,
about Summer Splash is that because it's the low season, there are discounts and opportunities galore. And on around the beginning of May, we'll be releasing all the great deals in Palm Springs. Where
oh,
Palm Springs Preferred Small Hotels is working with Visit Palm Springs and a couple of other tourism groups to pull together a huge summer discount program. So it's a great time to come out and sort of
get those
have your
discounts.
fun,
Oh, I like that. That's a good thing. I mean, because I I am one of those who love the desert in summer. Number one,
Yes,
there's pools. Everybody has pools, right? But
everyone.
getting up early in the morning for sunrise hikes and just even going downtown in the evening, it's just, and during the day, if you're lucky and you get a monsoon storm, like there's nothing like a good monsoon storm. I'm like, bring those babies on. I want the thunder. I want the drum rolls up in the sky and the rain. Get the
Yeah.
rain, rain sticks out. So I love the desert in summer. I'm just one of those people, but I also know a lot of European travelers, that's their thing too. So,
Yes.
I would encourage people to do it. And it's cost effective, like you're saying, you
Yes.
know?
Northern Europeans, if you're from Germany, if you're from England, Ireland, they love Palm Springs in the summertime. So it's a really, you know, if you really want to experience that international flair, Palm Springs definitely has that. We have that
You know
all
what?
year
A lot of
round, but the summertime it's really concentrated.
I know a lot of people do like Vegas and stuff, but it's not I don't know, there's just something more relaxed about Palm Springs, I'm not knocking Vegas, or any place. But for me personally, there's something very relaxing about the Palm Springs area. I think I talked about it last time. I'm like, I feel like you can wear flip-flops, and you don't have to be,
Absolutely.
yeah, I know, Vegas is, but it, I don't know, it's just so, am I getting older, Kim? Maybe? Maybe
Well,
that's
I
what it
hate to
is. I
tell you
just want
this,
some
but we
quiet.
all are.
Yeah, I just want it a little quieter, but I still want my cocktails and tiki bars and fun stuff, right? I want my cocktails, but I don't want the really crazy loud crowds, and I want quaint,
Yeah.
chilled
No,
out.
Palm Springs, that's the thing about Palm Springs. It really runs the full spectrum. So you can
Hmm.
be, I always tell people it's great to go if you want to do a writing retreat or a yoga retreat, or you just need some getaway time yourself. It's a great place. If you want to go do a bachelorette party, or whatever, you can do that too. You've really got it kind of Palm Springs makes room for whomever you
You're allowed to
are.
be you.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
just
awesome.
however it is.
Mm,
But you were talking about cocktails, and I'll tell you,
mm. Ooh,
we have a couple really great writers who work for us, Gregory Douglas and Kathy Condon.
oh,
And
she was
those
on a
two
show.
just recently teamed up
Hmm.
to go on a little cocktail tour of Palm Springs.
Wait a minute. This is your assignment to go out and
This is the assignment we
cocktail?
gave them. Their assignment was to find the 5 gayest drinks in Palm Springs.
Okay.
Gregory and his husband have a blog called the Palm Springs Guys, which focuses on gay men. And there's no place better. The drag scene in Palm Springs is wonderful, and
That's what I
I
want to
mean,
go
you
to.
just name it. Yeah.
I want that experience. I want
Well, there's a
that.
really good drag brunch. There's some
What?
great drag.
There's a drag brunch? You never told me about this.
Oh, I took my 89-year-old neighbor to the drag brunch a few weeks
What?
ago, and we had the best time. It's at uh, China Rolly Fusion on Sundays, and it's hosted by the fabulous Rosemary Galore, and it is wonderful. So it's a dim sum brunch. So, and it's
Okay.
not the classic drag show up on a stage. They really interact with the entire audience through the whole show. So it got 2 thumbs up for my 89-year-old neighbor.
See, I wouldn't want to leave. Like I'd just want to be there all day. Like, that kind of entertainment and fun. And yeah, I'm in. I want to do that when we get there. We're gonna get there. We're closer to you than we've been in a while. We're in Texas. Does that count? West
Sure,
Texas?
you can just run right over here in a couple of days.
Okay.
So this story that Gregory and Kathy worked on was the top 5 gayest drinks in Palm Springs. It's on our blog right now, so people can check it out. And would you like to hear what they discovered?
I'm just like, you're being cruel. You're like, here's a carrot, like the golden cocktail. I want to know what makes a gay drink cocktail? How did they rate these?
They are really kind of out of the box. They're not your typical cocktail. They've got some kind of a little bit of an edge to them. They have to be beautifully crafted, beautiful to behold. Mm-hmm. So some of the cocktails they found, one of the hotels, one of the boutique hotels in Palm Springs is called La Serena Villas. And La Serena has this beautiful little bar inside it. And so Manny, who's the bartender there, has what he calls the garden cooler. It's made with rum, cucumber, basil, lemon, and sugar. Ooh. And according to Gregory, he says it is the perfect blend of sweet and tangy. He says it's not too sweet and it goes down real easy. He said Gregory said it made him feel like Slim Aaron's model from one of his iconic Palm Springs photographs. That's awesome. So clever. Then you've got another hotel that we have is the Del Rey at the Hotel Villa Royale, which is an amazing property. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous hotel. It's very hip, very Mediterranean, lots of really cool art. I highly recommend staying at this property. And I've eaten there at the Del Rey and the food is amazing.
Okay.
So it's kind of a Mediterranean tapas kind of place.
Oh, nice.
And they, the bartender, Alejandro, serves up what he calls the Loosey Goosey. It's a nod to Lucille Ball, of course.
Okay, that's it.
And it's made with Grey Goose vodka, orange juice, raspberry syrup, and lemon, and then shaken and strained with lime zest. Ooh. And he said it tasted like a bowl of frozen sherbet on a perfect summer day.
That's going to make you pucker, just like, yeah, that's perfect.
Absolutely.
And it was, the bartender is Alejandro?
Alejandro. So
that's one of the best names ever. Like for a bartender.
Bartender name?
Yeah, Alejandro. Because there are therapists,
Yes. So you gotta book a room at the Villa Royale and make sure Alejandro is working so you can get a loosey goosey from him.
I'm in. I want the loosey goosey.
And then there are a few. Because I will tell you, when we made this assignment, we told them just to go try a bunch of places. So they picked their 5 favorite. Not all of them were at hotels. He really liked the Hello Kitty Kitty at Black Book.
Hello Kitty.
The Arenas Road District. It's in the gay district. And the bartender, Tom. The Hello Kitty Kitty is with Portland potato vodka, Gifford's violet liqueur, club soda, almond syrup, and rosemary sprigs. And apparently it's one of their classic drinks and people love it. So that definitely made one of Gregory's top 5. Should I keep going or should I let
You're making me just like really want to, this is mean. Every time I talk about, is there any margaritas on there?
Let me see. I don't think so. But he did talk about La Passion pour la Vie at the front porch, which was a winner of the 2020 Palm Springs Craft Cocktail Competition. This was the Audience Choice Award. And it's made with house-infused apple tequila. So that's kind of margarita.
Okay, now I'm getting happy. Yeah.
So house-infused apple tequila, mezcal.
Okay, now you've got me.
House-made passion fruit syrup.
Oh, yes. Now you've got me.
And house-made apple juice, Saint Germain lemon, and a float of pomegranate liqueur smoked with applewood.
Bring that to me. That would be mine.
Doesn't that sound incredible?
If you put tequila and passion fruit, those 2 things are very important in my life.
And then you add mezcal. I mean, what's not to love?
Dude, seriously.
Do
Okay.
you have the Gem and Bolt mezcal?
No.
When you come
Okay.
out.
It's gonna,
When you
we're
come-
definitely, yeah. I'm not driving when I get to Palm Springs.
No, but that's okay because Palm Springs is small. You a lot of the hotels have loaner bikes, so you can just jump on your bike, or Uber. It's very walkable.
Nancy and Lisa are just gonna be winding our way down in a straight street, but we'll be winding.
Yeah. Well, you've
that's
got,
fun.
it's a very walkable town. There's lots of Uber and, ride sharing, programs. So we will be fine when you come out.
But I always want to bring this up for people flying in. So you do have an airport right there. It's
Yes.
easy. And apparently you can have
Super
cocktails there
easy.
too, right?
Yes. Super easy. Not only that, but it's kind of a fun airport because you still have the tarmac boarding. You can,
wow.
come off the
So
plane
you feel like you're in a
tarmac.
movie.
Yes. And the other nice thing is the airport has a lot of public art that they've created. They've commissioned a ton of art, like many airports have. So it's sort of like going to a, airport/art museum, and it's Palm Springs. So it's also like going, it's like a happening, The Palm Springs International Airport is really a nice airport to fly in and out of. Super easy, unlike other airports. And there's about 30 or 40 cities in Palm Springs where you can get a direct flight. They fly in and out of all the major cities. So you go to New York,
that's
Chicago,
cool.
San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, all, you can really
easy.
Yeah, it's really easy. So,
but you mentioned art too, which I think is a big deal. I was reading in your newsletter that there's more installations coming into Palm Springs. So it seems like art is like a nonstop. I mean, in the events, the festivals, the, culture.
Oh, yeah.
The arts.
Well, right now we have Desert X going on. I don't know. Are you familiar with Desert X? Desert X is a huge art installation that is spread out all over the desert. And they are big on-site installations, and it's ephemeral. They're not there year round.
Okay.
So they commission artists to create these very large exhibitions that are they range from very thoughtful, provocative to very quirky and fun.
Cool.
And you drive to all these installations. They're all over the desert. So I really recommend people coming out for Desert X right now. We've got Coachella coming up, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
There is, and Coachella is also, my understanding, is also being broadcast on YouTube. So if you can't make it in person, you'll be able to catch some of the acts. There's the South Palm Canyon Art Collective Sunday Soiree, which is happening. You have to go through the Eventbrite, but it's free. Stagecoach is coming up at the end of the month.
Oh, that's fun.
There's also a lot of classics. You've got Oscars, you've got the Purple Room, which I don't know if you've heard about the Purple Room, but if you like Rat Pack music, it is just, it's a dinner show, classic dinner show, amazing performances. I've taken many travel writers there and they all love it. You also have Palm Springs Underground, which changes.
I already want to go, no matter what it is. I want to go just because
it's a dinner show and the theme changes all the time. So you just kind of have to see what's playing, but they're all thematic and they're just so much fun. Then there's the Palm Springs Air Bar, which is like a old Pan Am.
Oh, cool.
Airplane cabin kind of thing. So it's really cool. Brunches, we were talking about drag brunches. You've got Rolly China Fusion, you've got Oscars, you've got the Chill Bar, you've got PS Air, which is the Mile High Boozy Brunch, which you would love. So
love that. Man, we have to do our Champagne Sunday show from there. That would be fun.
That would be really fun.
Uh-oh.
But there's also, the thing about Palm Springs, if you're into really outdoorsy stuff, there's lots of things to do. You've got the windmill tour, which is really cool because, we've got one of the there's only a handful of windmill farms in California, and this is one of them. We have one of them out here.
I did a
You've
Jeep
got
tour the last
celebrity
time we were
bus
in the area.
tours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All the tours. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The cannabis. I don't know if I've told you about that, but if cannabis
I
is
was
your
reading
thing,
about that. I had no idea that you guys were doing cannabis tours.
there is a cannabis tour, and it's wonderful. It's, from seed to smoke. So you learn, they take you from the growers to the dispensary. And it is a great way to spend an
Wow.
afternoon.
I'm sure. Do you have dinner afterwards?
Yes, my understanding is people eat quite well afterwards.
And maybe during as well. Who knows?
Yeah.
Oh my.
So, and then there's always a historical walking and biking tours. We've got the Mod Squad, which is a tour of the mid-century modern houses. Kurt Cheer does that, and let me tell you, he's brilliant, and he really knows his stuff.
He does. He was on the show when we did the desert modernism, and I was like, I had no idea. I mean, and then he knows about cocktails too. So like if you go on there, start to ask him about cocktails, he knows.
Yes, he does. And he's just a sweetheart. So, and then we also have movies in the park, which is wonderful, old time movies out under the stars. There's a lot of really good hiking trails. You've got Indian Canyons, you've got Tahquitz. So, there's a lot happening. This is a good time. If you're coming out this summer, I would recommend you do your outdoor adventures early in the morning. So if you want to do a bike tour, like Big Wheel Tours has these great bike tours, do that in the morning so you can be back to the hotel before it gets too hot, just vegging by the pool, because actually that's the reason a lot of people come to Palm Springs, is because they just need to decompress by the pool. I have really hoteliers who will say, we have people who come in and they leave only to go to dinner.
Wow.
Because they are just there just to be in the pool.
Wow. Wow. People do need to decompress,
Oh yeah.
Life is a little stressful out there.
It's a crazy world. It's a very crazy world.
Travel needs to be relaxing as well. There's things to do, and I think there's, definitely stuff to do, but it's sometimes you go on vacation and you need a vacation after a vacation. And I like ones where you can, I need a day before I start doing things. Just so that, I don't want to have to get up at 2 a.m. or, I might want to go to bed at 2 a.m. That could be arranged quite easily. But you know what I mean? It's like you want to be able to kind of just roll with whatever happens. Then you go on the cannabis tour for that. But anyway, sorry, that was really a bad joke. It was so bad.
Well timed though.
I just had to get it in there, didn't I? But I think, and if you go on the cannabis tour, you could really relax at the pool afterwards. So I think it's all cool. I'm excited for everyone to hear about this and start making their bookings. So everyone, the website is authenticpalmsprings.com. They're also on social media. I encourage you to follow on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and it's Palm Springs Stay. Am I getting this right? Because I know I know
this. Yeah.
Palm Springs Stay is where to go, and YouTube, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. You guys are there, and I love following you there. But also get the newsletter. It comes out every month, and it tells you what is happening, like all these events that Kim's sharing. So it's called Boutiquely Palm Springs. It's a good name for it. So everyone, we talk about Palm Springs and the different hotels every first Saturday here on Big Blend Radio. So keep up with us at bigblendradio.com. Thank you so much, Kim. Always so much fun chatting with you and hearing what's going on. You guys are having too much fun in Palm Springs. You need to share. So,
we have to all
come down. We are. We're going to see you. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, I really want you to, we've got to hit a few bars here,
and the drag brunch. We've got to do that.
Yes. And we have to send you and your mom on the cannabis tour.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. Nancy will
I'll pick
giggle
you
the whole
up at the
way.
end to take you back to your.
Seriously, where were we? It was, because weed is legal everywhere, and somebody walked by and I'm like, dude, and Nancy's just gets the giggles for the next hour. She didn't stop. I'm like, you didn't do anything and it doesn't matter. She's anywhere near it, one whiff, and Nancy's got the giggles for the rest of the day. And so it's like, I'm serious. If we
We will definitely have to send you guys out.
we'll have to do a video of Nancy just giggling on the
on the bus. Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny they put you on a bus.
There is so much happening right now, and it's such a great time to visit. One of the things that we try to do in the newsletter is really kind of do these behind the scenes stuff. So we'll have interviews with hoteliers. We have, I'll send writers out to do, kind of crazy little stories. We really, really try to showcase the lesser known things, but we have a great writer by the name of Kay Kudikas, and she just knows everything that's happening in town. So she does our events for us. So people can really, really get a sense of what's happening in a more curated fashion.
Yeah, it's fun. Since doing these shows with you, and Nancy and I lived out in the area, how many years ago? I can't, when I was,
Don't
young.
date yourself.
No, I don't. But anyway, it just seems like it's becoming like it's not over expanding, but like so many cool things are happening. Oh, it's that like the last 15, 20 years, Palm Springs has kind of gone through a change, is what it feels like.
Yeah.
And
it's really coming into its own. I'd say it started 8 or 9 years ago, maybe. It kind of took on it kind of went up a whole new level. I have to say that Palm Springs City Council is really on it. They understand what the residents want. They understand what visitors want. And they do as good a balancing act of meeting those needs as anybody could possibly expect. And so that's nice, to have that type of citywide support for both visitors and residents. They do a good job.
That's awesome. That's awesome. It's good when the community and the city and tourism all work together, because that's what makes everyone happy. Because as a visitor going to a community that is not all connected, you feel it, you know. So we want to be cozy.
The thing about that Palm Springs is they don't have a lot of chains there. So many of the restaurants, the vast majority of the hotels, a lot of the boutique stores, they're all independently owned, locally owned and operated. So when you spend money in Palm Springs, the majority of it is staying local.
That's nice.
Which is a big deal. And that really contributes to the quality of life in Palm Springs. So many times, tourism places really cater to those huge, global chains. And that's not Palm Springs style. I mean, Palm Springs has always attracted the creative class. And so the experience of being Palm Springs, you're literally sort of living and experiencing people's creative expression all the time.
Awesome. It's great. And
really
to
cool.
support the arts is huge. That's so huge. That to me is, it's like taking care of nature and the arts and history, those three things. Obviously the cocktails, right? But but those three things are essentials to life, quality of life. And when we start, budgets and cities cutting budgets of the arts, and you start seeing, oh, we're not going to take care of the parks anymore, then it's like, it's time to move. It's time to go. You know what I mean? And it doesn't happen if your residents are involved. You know what I mean? And when you have so many independent businesses, I think that protects things better than huge conglomerates that are run from afar. You know what I mean? And so I think that's the beauty, before I go crazy on a soapbox, because I could go for hours about why. But that's the beauty of places like Palm Springs, is that you can it's authentic.
Yes.
Absolutely. Give everybody the website again, just because I said the word.
AuthenticPalmSprings.com.
Cool, Kim. Thank you
Subscribe to
so
the
much.
newsletter.
That's right.
Everyone
Boutiquely Palm
subscribe to the
Springs.
newsletter.
Awesome.
Okay.